Hello and welcome to Liminal Sovereignty. I'm Jamie and this is my channel. Today we're going to be going over the Happy Houseplant Deck 50 cards for intuitive plant cards. Now I bought this off of Amazon when it was a pre-order and I was like, I didn't really read too much into it. It wasn't super expensive and I was like, I have houseplants. Of course I want more cards. I mean, that's what I do here anyways. However, I got this and I started flipping through it, and it's very highly educational as far as like houseplants go. In this deck, the guidebook is going to go over things like where to locate your plants, how much water, how much light. The deck provides, how often should you water it, what kind of fertilization. It doesn't go heavy into like super fertilization. It's just very light, like what is NPK and like the soil nutrients and like things like propagation and things that people who have houseplants and want to possibly gift them to other people would already know. So if you're into houseplants, this is going to be the deck for you. The card itself has like the genus of the card, and on the back it has like the more common name. The front of the card has a beautiful illustration of the plant, and then in the back you're going to have all the information that I previously described during this intro. Maybe we'll go ahead and go through one if it's a plant that I have in my home. Alrighty, let's go ahead and dive in. Alrighty, here is the guidebook that comes inside of the box. We're gonna go ahead and get started, and this one is called the lipstick plant or lipstick vine plant. Here we have a Chinese evergreen. These right here, they're called black velvet alocasia. The coveted aloe vera. This is called a pink flamingo or queen anthurium. Here we have bird's nest fern. I've had this a couple of times. I find it difficult to keep it alive. I probably don't have the right humidity for it. This one's called ponytail palm. This one is eyelash begonia or polka dot begonia. Bonsai, also known as a Chinese elm. This one's interesting. It's called a scarlet star. That looks like a pineapple. How many of you are growing pineapples inside your home? That's amazing. This one is a fancy leaf caladium. This one is a parlor palm or a bamboo palm. These are very popular here in Southern California. Here we have a spider plant. I was gifted one of these for Christmas. It's still growing strong. Here we have the jade plant. Here's another one of those plants that I have tried to grow over and over, but I'm just not very successful, be it because of animals like my cat or the dog, or just being moved around and for whatever reason. But these are absolutely gorgeous, and these are called string of bananas, which are the kind of longer ones, or the string of pearls, which are kind of like the bubble ones. They look like peas. It's so cool. This is gonna have to look that up. 1 second. One is called Dieffenbachia, and I have one of these in my kitchen. It's so pretty. Here we have the classic and notorious Venus flytrap. This one's called a fishbone cactus. I really love the artwork behind these cards. They're very vibrant and very pretty. This one is a dragon tree. If few years ago, my husband was gifted this one by his boss. It's called a snake plant. And I hear it also means or brings good fortune to the person receiving this type of plant. This one has a fun name. It's called Hens and Chicks. These are a type of cactus. Here we have the African milk tree. How beautiful are the colors on this card. The rubber plant, also known as the fiddle leaf fig. This is a fun one. This one is called the nerve plant, and it's got all of these really cool red veins through it, which should be easy to remember with the imagery in the back. Very clever. The rattlesnake plant, also known as the zebra plant. This one is called the zebra cactus. This is a hibiscus, and I've seen these outside. I did not know that you can grow them indoors. This one also goes by the name of Rose of China. Very pretty. This one is the amaryllis. Very pretty. And it looks like it's blooming in the winter. I'm not sure if it does bloom in the winter, but that's kind of what the imagery suggests. Porcelain flower or wax plant, mother of thousands. Living stones. Prayer plant. The candles. The stained glass type-esque background. Here we have the monstera. This is also called the Swiss cheese plant. Here we have the Boston fern. Beautiful. I love the regal-esque background. Here we have the prickly pear. This is an orchid, and they're often referred to as boat orchids or moth orchids. I've always been kind of intimidated to grow these. Here we have the money tree, also known as the Guiana chestnut. Beautiful. This is the watermelon peperomia, or the emerald ripple. Here we have the split leaf or the heart leaf plant. This is the pilea or the Chinese money plant. This is something I hope to own one day. This is called the staghorn fern. It's pretty expensive though, depending on how large you get it, but it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful plant. Here we have the African violet. This is called the Christmas cactus. And here we see some lights and obviously Christmas theme. I'm assuming also because of the card and that it blooms in the winter. This is called the satin pathos or the golden pathos. Most people with houseplants will have this for sure. My grandmother has had one that she says she's had for over 40 years, which is, you know, older than me. So yeah, these are beautiful. Here we have the gloximia. This is the peace lily. This one is also a common one down here in Southern California. You see it outdoors almost as much as you see it, perhaps more than you see it indoors. It's called bird of paradise. Here we have the king or queen air plant. These are fun. This plant is called the purple heart. And lastly, we have the ZZ plant. Here are the cards. I do have to say that the quality of these cards is pretty good. Not sure if you can really see the texture. It's not quite linen, but it's definitely, you know, just really good cardstock quality. I wanted to go over the Monstera one because I feel like this is one that most people want and or have, as well as it's relatively easy to take care of. Mine just keeps growing and growing and growing. Here are some, this is what most of the cards look like in the back. It will give you a description of where the plant is from, how much lighting it needs, how much water it needs, what kind of soil mixture, how to propagate, whether or not it is good for pets, and it is a flowering plant. So this is the kind of information you will get for all of the cards. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this card flip through. As far as like use of these cards, I do not foresee myself using this as far as like an oracle card deck or a part of my, you know, something I use with my other card decks, because obviously those are more tarot purpose. The purpose of those is more for tarot. What I can see myself doing is purchasing this plant and then giving this to the person, giving this card to the person I purchased the specific plant for, or give one of these to my husband, hint hint, but that's the only way I think I could see the use of these cards in my life. Otherwise, these are absolutely beautiful. You can definitely hang it up and frame the ones that you want, or put them perhaps like with a little, what is it? Like a popsicle stick, and then put this inside the soil with the plant. So if someone asks about it, they have like a little informational card. If you have that type of like room, it really just depends on you and how you want to use these cards. I do feel like I just saw the title and was like, ooh, let me get that, thinking it was something like an oracle deck. I don't regret my purchase, but this will definitely not be something that I use for my practice. Alrighty guys, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.